Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Fall Classic. The 1983 postseason is on the air. We are back at Comiskey Park. This is Game 2 of the American League Division Series between the Baltimore Orioles and the Chicago White Sox. The Orioles lead this series 1-0. White Sox pretty much got to win tonight, or I don't think they can go back to Memorial Stadium down 0-2. The Orioles have a very good chance to really put a stranglehold on this series, and we'll see if the White Sox can maybe get back into this. So we are going to be playing Fall Classic as we continue the Fall Classic series of the Orioles and the White Sox. So I hope you guys will settle in and enjoy a great game. Fast action cards are off to the side and ready and shuffled and ready to go for tonight's matchup. Jimmy Jam and Ron McGregor are first to join us here at Comiskey Park. The fans do know what's at stake. The Orioles know what's at stake. The White Sox know what's at stake. Got to win tonight. Let's see what will happen in tonight's version of Fall Classic. Starting pitcher for the Chicago White Sox, their number 2 starter, Floyd Bannister. This is his first start of the postseason. He will be a B pitcher. 16 wins, 10 losses, a 121 whip. He will get the call for the White Sox in this game tonight. So everybody is set and ready to go. Tony La Russa, manager of the White Sox. Joe Altobelli, manager of the Orioles. Orioles lead the series. Can the Orioles make it a 2-0 series, or will the White Sox tie this series up? Let's get started. Leading off for the Orioles will be the center fielder, John Shelby. He's making his first appearance in the postseason. I have him bat against left-handed pitchers. He is a platoon player. 258 average, 5 homers, 27 RBIs in 83. We're going to use blue, white, and white dice. Once again, White Sox are the home team. The crowd is loud, as it should be. Let's see what will happen here in Game 2 of this ALDS. And that's a 24. That's going to be an out, and it's going to be a hard pop. It's going to be popped up, actually. It'll be a pop fly ball to second. Julio Cruz is going to make the play, and that's out number 1. Next batter is the right fielder, Dan Ford. He was 1 for 4 in the first game. Pitch from Bannister. 12. That's an out. It's a grounder to third base. Easy play for Vance Law. And he will take his time and toss it over for out number 2. And now the shortstop, Hall of Famer, Cal Ripken. No doubt in my mind. He was 2 for 4 in the first game. Bannister, a 54. That's off the wild chart. And let's see. Fly ball, center field, roll versus error rating for an error. Center fielder for the White Sox is Law. His error rating is a 2. He won't make an error. He'll make the catch, and that'll retire the side. So fly ball to center, but an easy play for Rudy Law, and he's got it, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles, their number 2 starter, Scott McGregor. This is his first start, and he will be a B pitcher as well. 18 wins, 7 losses, a 122 whip. Leading off for the Chi Sox, the center fielder, Rudy Law. He was 0 for 4 in the first game. Pitch from McGregor, and 64, and that's going to be a fly ball to straightaway center field. An easy play for John Shelby, and he's got it for out number 1. Next batter is the catcher, Pudge himself, Carlton Fisk, Hall of Famer. He was 0 for 4 in the first game, though, and yes, one of the greatest catchers ever. Pitch from McGregor, 63, and that's going to be a grounder to first base. And that'll be handled by Murray, and he'll take it to the bag himself, 2 down. And now the bat will bring up the right fielder, Harold Baines. Hall of Famer. He's in the Hall of Fame, and that's all I'll say. He was 0 for 4 in the first game. He's in there, and that's it. Pitch from McGregor. 42, and that's going to be an out. It's going to be a fly ball to left field. Easy play for Gary Renicky making his first appearance. And that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. No score after one. Top of the second. Leading off for the Orioles, will be the first baseman, Hall of Famer, Eddie Murray. Absolutely no doubt there. 2 for 4 in the first game, and he hit his first, and he has one bomb in the postseason. Pitch from Bannister. 15, and that's an out. It's going to be a hard line drive right to third. That is gloved by Vanslaw, and that's out number 1. Next up is the left fielder, Gary Renicky, making his first appearance in the postseason for the Orioles. I have him start against left-handed pitchers. 260 average, 19 homers, 64 RBIs. Bannister will deal with him. And 42, and that's going to be ball 4. So Bannister gives up his first walk of the game. Here's the Baltimore designated hitter, Ken Singleton. He was 1 for 4 in the first game. Renicky on at first. He will stay there. Pitch from Bannister. And 13, and a 1 to 4 would be a walk. That's a 17. That is not going to be a walk. That is going to be an out. And he is hitting from the right side. So it's a ground out to third base. Double play, 5-4-3, but a weak arm at third base only gets a fielder's choice. Vanslaw has a strong arm. He's going to turn the double play, and that will retire the side. Law to Cruz, over to Pachorik. Side retired, 5-4-3, double play. Nothing across except a walk will go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Chi Sox will be the Chicago designated hitter, Greg Wheels Luzinski. He was 1 for 4 in the first game. Pitch from McGregor. And 15, and that's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. First strikeout for McGregor. He had only 86 of them in 83. Not a strikeout pitcher. Now the batter is the left fielder, Ron Kittle. 1 for 4 in the first game, but that one was a bomb. Kittle has 1 home run for the postseason so far. McGregor. And 35, and that's going to be a base hit for Kittle. Kittle will get a single, and he'll head to first. First hit of the game for the White Sox. And now here's the first baseman, Tom Pachorik, making his first appearance. I have him go. He is platooning against left-handed starters. 307 average, 9 homers, 63 RBIs in 83. Kittle on at first. He will stay there. Pitch from McGregor. And 22, that's a base hit. That's a single for Pachorik. And it's going to be a base hit to right field. 1 to 3 hold, but if 1 out, there's an assist. So Kittle's actually going to try for third with 1 out. Kittle on his way to third, and the right fielder for the Orioles is Ford. His assist rating is a 1, so he'll only get him out on a 1. He won't. Kittle is safe at third. Took a bit of a chance there, but Kittle makes it there. Right fielder, Dan Ford, does not have a real high assist rating, and that's going to be a single for Pachorik and runners at the corners. David Vega and Thomas Bartlett join us here at Comiskey Park. Runners at the corners, and now here's the third baseman, Vanslaw. He was 0 for 3 in the first game. The Orioles are going to play the infield in. As a matter of fact, Law does not hit many double plays. Kittle on at third, Pachorik on at first. McGregor will deal. And 65, that's off the ballpark. Against the right, that's an 18. And against the righty, that's going to be a base hit for Vanslaw. That's going to be a single, but a possible double. Kittle will come in to score. Pachorik automatically makes third. Law's got to try for second, though. And the center fielder for the Orioles is Shelby, and he has an assist rating of a 6. Now, he could be automatically out, but but there's always a chance of a throwing error. So if I roll a 6, it's a possible throwing error. No, but Law is going to be out at second base trying to stretch it, and that's out number 2. They do get the run, and the White Sox take a 1-0 lead. So Kittle does come in to score. Pachorik gets the third. Law is out at second with a single and a run, as he is thrown out there by John Shelby, very good at throwing runners out. And now here's the shortstop, Scott Fletcher. He was 0 for 3 in the first game. So Pachorik on at third, but now 1-0 White Sox. The White Sox get on board first. Pitch from McGregor, and 34, base hit. That's a single, and the White Sox get another run. Pachorik will score. Fletcher to first, 2-0 White Sox. Stadium cheers. Yay! Fletcher comes away with a single, and he gets to first. And here comes the second baseman, Julio Cruz. He was 0 for 2 in the first game. So the White Sox now have a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. McGregor, he will pitch. 11, and that's going to be an out. It's going to be a ground out to short, picked up by Ripken. He's going to throw to second to get Fletcher, and the inning is done. 2 runs, 4 hits by the White Sox. They have a 2-0 lead after 2. You have to try to stretch on the ballpark card. You have to try to stretch a single into a double or out at second. So that does happen, though. But it's 2-0 White Sox. Double D joins us here at Comiskey Park. We go to the top of the third. Bannister now has 2 runs to work with. Leading off for the O's will be the second baseman, Rich Dower. He was 0 for 4 in the first game. Bannister, and 41, and that is going to be ball 4. He will walk Dower. Bannister gives up his second base on balls of the game. Here's the third baseman, Todd Cruz. He was 0 for 2 in game 1. Dower on it first. 2-0 White Sox. Bannister, he will pitch. 14, and that's going to be an out. It's an out X. That's an automatic double play. He's hitting from the right side, so that's grounded to short, off to second, off to first, 2 outs. 6-4-3 double play by Todd Cruz. He hits into that, and I use that as an automatic double play with a runner on first. And now the catcher, Rick Dempsey. He was 1 for 3 in the first game. XSG2 joins us here at Comiskey Park. Decided to go with Lamar Hoyt is later. I decided to go with Bannister here. The thing about inside, there's a big difference between choosing a roster for inside pitch and a roster for Fall Classic. There is a difference in these cards. So even though stats may not figure, possibly if this was everything inside pitch, I'm sure there'd be differences. Fall Classic is a little different, and I have to play it as such. Bannister will go ahead and pitch to Dempsey, and that's a 13. That's an out. It's a fly ball to center field, and getting under that will be Law, and he will make the catch and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, nothing across except a walk, and it will stay 1-0, 2-0 in favor of the White Sox. We go to the bottom of the third. Rudy Law leads off for the White Sox. He is 0 for 1. Orioles have a 1-0 series lead here in this ALDS. McGregor, he will pitch. 46, that's off the ballpark. That's a 17, and that's going to be a base hit for Rudy Law, but he's got to try to stretch it into a double. Law heading for second base, and that's fielded by the left fielder, Gary Renicky. His assist rating is a 3, and he will not get him. And that is a 6. That's a possible throwing error. Renicky has an error rating of 5, and he'll throw the ball away, and Law's going to go to third. A bad throw by Gary Renicky trying to get Law, and Law makes a very bad throw. It goes all the way into the dugout. Law's on at third. So that is a single and an E7. First error on the Orioles, as he does make a throwing error. And now a big run at third base. Here's Pudge. Pudge is 0 for 1. Infield coming in. 2-0 White Sox. Bottom of the third inning. Midlife crisis joins us here at Comiskey Park. Law on at third. McGregor, he will pitch. And Doug Hunt is here as well. McGregor, 45. And that's going to be an out. It's going to be a fly ball out. And that's going to go to center field. That's going to be caught by Shelby. And that's going to be out number 1. And I believe Law holds. I think it was one point, I thought it was an automatic run, but I don't believe it is. And yeah, it is. All batters use out code 8, which means that they hold. So that's going to be a fly out to center field, and Law has to stay at first. Because out code 8 with a runner on third, just to be sure that I'm checking that. But a runner on third, out code 8 is fly out to center field. Runner holds. A fast runner can run with risk. Law's not going to do that. He'll stay put. So 1 out. And now the batter is Baines. Baines is 0 for 1. Infield is still in. Big-time player at Law on at third. White Sox trying to get a big run. Pitch from McGregor. And 15, and that's going to be an out. And it's going to be a fly out to right field, but that's going to be deep enough. Third to home, all advance. That'll be caught by Dan Ford. He's not going to have a play. Law will score. It's 3-0 White Sox. Stadium cheers. Yay! Sacrifice fly for a guy that should not be in the Hall of Fame, but he'll get that, and he'll bring in the run, so the error definitely hurts. And now here's Wheels. Luzinski is 0 for 1. But now 2 outs. Now a 3-0 White Sox lead. McGregor, he'll pitch. And 21, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the side is retired. That's the second strikeout for McGregor. 1 run. No hits. Actually, no, 1 hit, 1 error, and a sacrifice fly. White Sox, 3-0 lead after 3. Baseball with the Demos joins us here at Comiskey Park. Check out his amazing channel. He is doing that 1987 American League replay and Stratomatic. He is also doing the Cincinnati Reds History Maker Baseball. And I believe starting this week, is it this week or next week, Season Ticket Baseball 1978 Game of the Week. And if it is this week, what game are we seeing? We go to the top of the 4th. And leading off for the Orioles will be John Shelby. He's 0 for 1. Bannister looking in. He will pitch. Bannister, 66. That's a double. And Shelby smacks one easily into left field. And Shelby has the first hit of the game for the Orioles. So he has a double. And the batter is Ford, April 12th. Oh, so next week. Okay. So Ford is 0 for 1. Shelby on at second base. Bannister gets the sign, and he'll pitch. 66 again. That's a 3 home run, 1-2, a triple, a 3-8. Anything higher than a double, that's a 3, and Ford is going to put the Orioles on the board. He hits that one past first, and it rolls all the way to the corner. Ford rounding second. He's going to have time. He'll slide into third, and the Orioles are on the board. RBI triple by Dan Ford. It's now 3-1. So a quick 3-0 lead is now a 3-1 lead. Here comes Ripken. Ripken is 0 for 2. Infield playing in. A 3-1 ball game here for the White Sox. Bannister will pitch to Ripken. And 14, and that is an out. It's a grounder X. It's a ground ball X, but the runner is on third base. So in this case, it's an X grounder. So if it is, I know if it's only a ground ball, it's an automatic double play, but an out X should still be a grounder. But nope, let's go ahead and see what it is. And nope, that's going to be a fly out to right field. Third to home, super fast runner advances. Faster average runner holds. Ford is an average runner. He's not going anywhere. One out. Ripken flies out to right. And that's where I'm only supposed to use that if there's a runner on first. So Ripken flies out. Now the batter is Murray. And Murray is 0 for 1. Infield still in. 3-1 White Sox here. Orioles threatening to try to get another run. Bannister, he will pitch. 55, they'll get another run. Murray smacks one into the gap in center field. He will wind up on second. Ford will come, he will score. It's 3-2. Here come the Orioles. RBI double by Murray as he hits one hard. And now here's Renicky. Renicky made a big error in the outfield. He has walked his first time up. So Murray on at second, now 3-2 here in the top of the fourth. Bannister, they go talk to him, see what he wants to do. He says, I want to pitch. Murray on at second, still one out. Bannister will pitch. 62, and that's a called strike 3. Got Renicky. Renicky is struck out, and that's the first K for Bannister. He had 193 of them in 83. He was pretty good with strikeouts, but he gets his first one here. So now 2 away. Here's Singleton. Singleton is 0 for 1. Murray on it first. Bannister gets the deal. And 64, and that's a called strike 3 on Singleton, and the inning is over. But 2 runs on 3 hits. And the Orioles are back in this game. It's 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Leading off for the Pale Hose will be Ron Kittle. Kittle got a single his first time up. McGregor, he will deal. McGregor, 24, hit by pitch, 1-10, -3 makes it a 7. But that is a 1. Kittle is plunked. Ouch. So Kittle's going to go and be the first hit batter. First hit batter of the game. I know McGregor didn't want to do that, and now here's Pachorik, and he got a single his first time up. Kittle on first. He'll stay put. McGregor, he will deal. Pitch coming. 13, and that is an out. And that will be a regular out. So it will be a ground out to second base. Double play 4-6-3. Second base weak arm only gets fielder's choice. Rich Dower is an average arm. He will turn the double play. 2 down. So that is a 4-6-3 double play. A very good relay by Rich Dower. And now 2 outs, and here comes Law. Law got a single his first time up. 2 outs now, bottom of the fourth. McGregor. And 46, that's off the ballpark. That's a 5, and that's going to be a foul ball. They'll do it again. McGregor. 41 and a walk 1-16. That's a 12. It's ball 4. So he'll walk Law as McGregor doesn't get out of the inning yet. It'll be a chance for Fletcher. Fletcher got a single his first time up. 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. 3-2 White Sox. Game 2 of this ALDS. Baltimore leads 1-0. McGregor. 42, and that's going to be an out. Grounder to third base, up with it easily as Cruz. He's going to throw to second to get Law. And the inning is over. Nothing across except a walk and a hit batter. 3-2 after 4. And by the way, baseball demos, what game were you playing on April 12th? I know you said April 12th, the first game of your season ticket. What game you playing? Who's the teams, if I can ask? We go to the top of the fifth. Bannister back on the mound. Rich Dower leads off. He walked his first time up. Bannister, he will pitch. Bannister, 21, and that's a hard line drive. And right back at Bannister, he's got it, 1 out. Bannister had to put the glove up, and he got it, and 1 away. Here's Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 1. Bannister, he'll make the pitch. Bannister, 35, and that is a hard ground. That's another ground ball. It's a ground ball to third, taken care of there by Vance Law. Over to first it goes, 2 away. Dempsey is next, and Dempsey is 0 for 1. Dempsey sets up. Bannister will deal. 45, and that is a cold strike 3 on Dempsey, and the inning is over. Third strikeout for Bannister, and 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Julio Cruz leads off for the White Sox. He's 0 for 1. Mike in the Truck joins us here at Comiskey Park, the official baseball technician of RJL Network, by the way. And he says, Yankees at Texas, Guidry versus Matlack. That is a heck of a pitching matchup. McGregor will go ahead and pitch. McGregor, 51, possible strikeout, 13 is a no. Now it's a possible error to the third baseman, and that is a possible error on Cruz. Cruz's error rating is a 10. And he'll make an error. He's going to bobble it, throw it down, and Cruz is going to be safe on an E5. So one Cruz makes an error, allowing the other Cruz to reach base. And that's the second error on the Orioles. So Cruz on at first. McGregor looks at him and say, hey, look, I know you maybe you guys are related or something, but, you got to make a play. Here's Law. Law is 1 for 2, singled, and got an extra base on an error. Cruz is on at first. 3-2 White Sox, bottom of the fifth. McGregor, 64, and that is going to be an out. It's going to be a fly ball to center field. An easy play there for Shelby, and Cruz stays where he is, and that's out number 1. Here's Fisk. Pudge is 0 for 2. McGregor, he'll go ahead and pitch. 46, that's off the ballpark. That's an 8, and it's going to be fouled away. Strike 1. McGregor will do it again. 36, and that's an out. That's a fly ball to center field again. Once again, Cruz will not go anywhere, and that will be another catch by Shelby, and that's out number 2. And here's Baines. Baines is 0 for 2. He does have a sacrifice fly. Cruz on it first. 2 men down. McGregor, he goes ahead, gets the sign and pitches. And that's a 51, possible strikeout. That is a 1, and that is going to be a cold strike 3 on Baines, and the inning is over. And Baines cannot believe it. And that's going to be the third strikeout for McGregor. No runs, no hits. There was an error, but the White Sox can't do it. Harold Baines is arguing with the umpire, saying, hey, look, that I think that ball was a little low. The umpire looks at Baines and says a real Hall of Famer would pretty much know that's a strikeout and just go back to the bench. But because you're not happy about it, you're not really a Hall of Famer. Go back to your seat. 3-2 after 5. We go to the top of the 6th. John Shelby leads off for the O's. He is 1 for 2 with a double. Bannister, Looking in on Baltimore. White Sox really need to win this game. Bannister will pitch. Bannister, 24, and that is an easy out. That's going to be popped up. Pop fly ball to second. And Julio Cruz says he's got it. And he does, and it's out number 1. Here's Ford. Ford is 1 for 2. He's got a triple. Pitch from Bannister. And 21, and that's an out. That's grounded to first. Picked up by Paciorek. He'll take it to the bag. He'll take it to the bag himself. And that's the second out. Here's Ripken. Ripken is 0 for 2. A young Cal Ripken, only 22 years old in 1983. Bannister will pitch. And that's a 36. That's going to be an out. It's going to be a hard line drive right to right field. But Harold Baines is going to make the catch, believe it or not, and he's got it. And it retires a side. 1, 2, 3, go the Orioles, bottom of the 6th. 3-2 in favor of the Chi Sox. Here's Greg Wheels Luzinski, and he's 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Pitch from McGregor. And 55, and 55. That's an 11, and that's going to be a double for Greg Luzinski as he hits that one right up the middle, and it's going to split the gap. Shelby and Renicky are going to misplay it a little bit, a roll to the wall, but Luzinski's going to have a double as he chugs out a double. Leadoff double for Wheels. And now here's Kittle. Kittle 1 for 2. 1 for 1, actually. Singled and got hit by a pitch. Luzinski on at second. McGregor will pitch. And 52, possible strikeout. 5 is a no. Now it's a possible error. And that's a possible error on the center fielder. An exotic error. Center fielder is John Shelby for the Orioles. His error rating is a 7. And he'll make it. That's going to be an error. That's going to be an error. Let's see what we got here. And that's going to be an 18. And that is a drop fly. Batter safe at first. Runners advance 1 base. And fast runner scores from first. But there isn't. So Luzinski's going to drop. Luzinski's going to go to third. And Kittle will go to first. And that is a drop fly ball. An error on Shelby. So that is an E8. Timeout for 1 second. So he drops the fly ball. Luzinski goes to third. And that is the third error on the Orioles in this game. They're not playing very good defense. And Scott McGregor gives Shelby a look and says, come on, you got to make that catch. And now here's Paciorek. Runners at the corners, no one out. Infield playing in. McGregor will deal with Paciorek. And 21, and that is an out. And that is a ground out. And let's see, that is going to, with runners at first and third, that is an even number. That's an odd number. And let's see. Runners on first and third. Question is where it's a third. So 21 is an out X. Question is where it was hit. So I got to figure out where it was hit. All right. So, let's do this here. So runners on first and third. And the infield actually was in. So if infielder playing in, home to first, ground, let's see. Runners there are for, let's get this here. This will get confusing sometimes. I still learn how to do this. So runners at first and third, ball hit to first, third, pitcher or catcher. Runners at first and third, shortstop or second base. Well, it just tells me that's a 13. So I'm going to use that 3 as hit to first base. So runner on third holds, batter out at first. If playing in, then out at the plate. They were playing in, so Luzinski is going to be out at the plate, and Kittle and Paciorek will make it to first. So Luzinski is out trying to score. Well, actually, that's a regular. Well, wait a minute. That's only on the defense chart. Timeout. Timeout. Let's do this right. That's a very important play here. Hold a moment. Hold a minute. Hold a minute. Get back here. Let's do this right. So we know it's a 21. It's an out X. There is a runner on first, so it is an automatic double play. The question is, does Luzinski score? So we need to go check the rules. Let's check the rules, shall we? And let's see. Out X, double play can also appear abbreviated as OX. And it does not tell me the runners at first and third. So let's go to the chart itself. Let's make sure we get it right. Let's see here. So runners at first and third. The infield is, if the batter card reads out X, and it's always a ground double play, which is fine. Question is, does he score? But the infield is in. You know what? Let's forget that. Let's draw the card. Let's draw the card. Instead of doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and draw the card. Fly out, center field. It's what it's going to be instead, even though it says out X, but I'm really only supposed to use that when there's just a runner on first. So it's a fly out to center field. Third home run with risk. Greg Luzinski, roll D6, 1 to 3, safe, 4 to 6 is out. Luzinski is not going to run. He's going to stay put. So will Kittle, and I'll take that as out number 1. That's how we'll do that. Right. How can you turn a double play with the infield in? So it's going to be a fly out to center field. 1 out. That's how we'll do it. I forget, I'm only supposed to use the out X if it's a double play with a runner on first only. Here's Law. Law is 1 for 1, a single and a walk. 1 out. The infield is still in, 3-2. McGregor will pitch. And 35, and that's going to be a base hit. That'll be a single. That'll get Luzinski in. Single to center. Actually, no, sorry. Single to left field. Kittle, first to third hold. So Kittle will hold at second base. Law holds at first. The White Sox get a run. It's 4-2. Stadium cheers. Yay! So Law gets his second hit of the game. And now the batter is Fletcher. White Sox now have a 4-2 lead. Fletcher is 1 for 2. Infield is once again back. McGregor will pitch to Fletcher. Here comes the deal. And 52, possible strikeout. 16 is a no. Possible error. And it's a possible error on the first baseman. That's Eddie Murray. Murray's error rating is a 7. And he's good. And he's going to make an error. And everybody's safe. What is wrong with the Oriole defense today? Murray makes an error. It's a 1-base error. Everyone's safe. It's an E3. Second error on the Orioles in the inning. 4 in the game. What is wrong with the defense? And now the bases are loaded for Julio Cruz. Still 1 out. The Orioles are going to play the infield back and try to turn 2. Actually, no, they're going to play in. They got to. So bases are loaded here. Another error on the Orioles. They got 4 of them. Truth of the matter was, I mean, they really should have been better than this, but Scott McGregor will pitch to Cruz here. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. White Sox looking for more. Fans here at Comiskey Park are suddenly very loud. Cruz not really a home run hitter. Pitch from McGregor. 21, and that is an out X. But we will do a draw. Actually, We'll do a draw. It's going to be a fly out to center field, and everybody holds. Third to home holds. Fly ball to center field. That'll be caught by Shelby. And that's out number 2. Wow. Only a super fast runner would have scored. And now with 2 outs, here's Law. Law is 1 for 3. Can McGregor get out of this jam with only giving up the 1 run? Kittle on at third, Law on at second, Fletcher on at first. 4-2 White Sox, bottom of the 6th. McGregor will deal 35, and that's going to be a base hit for Rudy Law. It'll be a single. Kittle will score. Let's see what kind of single it is. And that's going to be a base hit to right field. Vance Law assist. Fast batter to second. So Law coming around third. He's going to try to score. Right fielder for the Orioles is Ford. His assist rating is a 1. That's the only way he gets him out at the plate is a 1. And he got him! Side retired! Holy cow! What a throw by Dan Ford! Vance Law is cut down at the plate, and the inning is over. But the White Sox do get a run. So that goes as an RBI single for Law, but Vance Law is out. But 2 runs come in. 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. And the White Sox now have a 5-2 lead after 6. What a throw by Dan Ford. The only way he can get him out is on a 1, and he did. We go to the top of the 7th. Bannister. Scott McGregor right now, his next start would be a B pitcher right now. He's given up 5 runs. Leading off for the Orioles will be Eddie Murray. And Bannister and Murray is 1 for 2. He's got a double. So top of the 7th now, 5-2 White Sox. Bannister will pitch 33, and that's a single. Murray hits 1 past third, and Murray will have himself a base hit, his second hit of the ball game. Here comes Renicky. Renicky is 0 for 1 with a walk. Murray on it first. He's not going to go anywhere. Bannister, he will pitch. 21. Now that is an out X, and that is an automatic double play. Renicky hitting from the right side, so that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. 2 outs. So Renicky grounds out into the twin killing, which kills maybe any type of rally the O's were trying to do here. And here's Singleton. Singleton is 0 for 2. Pitch from Bannister. 34, that's a base hit. Singleton will hit 1 a single into right. Played easily by Baines, he'll throw it in. And now the batter is Dower. Dower is 0 for 1 with a walk. 2 outs. Fans here at Comiskey Park would like Bannister to go ahead and see if he can get the deal done. Pitch from Bannister. 12. And he will do that. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. Playable by Rudy Law. He'll get that and retire the side. No runs, 2 hits for the Orioles. And right now the White Sox have a comfortable 5-2 lead. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, tomorrow night we will go back to the National League Division Series. We go back to Fulton County Stadium. It'll be inside pitch. Game 2 of the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Atlanta Braves. The Phillies lead that series 1-0. Steve Carlton will be going for the Phillies. Craig McMurtry will be going for the Braves. That'll be game 2 of that NLDS tomorrow night here on the network. So don't miss that one as we head back to the senior circuit for 2 games in a row. Bottom of the 7th here, White Sox have a 5-2 lead. Orioles lead the series 1-0. Scott McGregor having a difficult time, but really not all his fault. They had 4 errors in this game for the Orioles. Carlton Fisk leads off. He's 0 for 3. McGregor, he will pitch. And 62, and that's going to be an out. That's a fly ball to center. Handled easily by Shelby, and that's out number 1. Here's Baines. Baines is 0 for 3, but he does have an RBI on a sacrifice. McGregor, he will pitch. And 63, and that's an out as well. That's going to be popped up. Pop fly ball to first base. Eddie Murray says, I'll take it. 2 down. Here's Wheels. Lozinski is 1 for 3. McGregor, this is probably his last inning. McGregor will pitch. And 63, that's an out. It's a grounder to third base. Up with it easily is Cruz. He will take care of it, toss it over, and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the White Sox. 5-2 after 7. We go to the 8th. Floyd Bannister, he can pitch to 30. He's still got a little bit left in the tank. Todd Cruz leads off for the Orioles. May see a pinch hitter for him with a 208 average, and I have him at third. So let's see if I have another third baseman available, and I do. I can use Glenn Gulliver at that position if necessary. So Todd Cruz is going to... He's going to come out? Yeah, he's coming out. Cruz is going to come out of the game. We'll need a new third baseman for the Orioles. And coming on to bat for the O's is going to be Len Sakata. 254 average, 3 homers, 12 RBIs. He will pinch it. And taking over at third base for the Orioles is going to be Glenn Gulliver. He will come in and take over at third, as he actually made the Oriole lineup. So timeout here for a substitution, as Cruz is out and Gulliver is in. And he is an 11-0. So Glenn Gulliver will take over at third, but Len Sakata will bat here in the top of the 8th. 5-2 White Sox. Bannister will pitch. 56, swing and a miss, struck him out. They'll go ahead and get Sakata. And that is the 4th strikeout for Bannister. One out. Bannister usually an unsung hero for the White Sox. This is the American League baseball demos. I don't need to do a double switch. Here's Dempsey. Dempsey is 0 for 2. Bannister will pitch. And 42, that's a walk. So Bannister will walk Dempsey. And that is the 3rd walk given up by Bannister. It gives a chance now for Shelby. Shelby 1 for 3 with a single. 1 out here. Top of the 8th, 5-2. Bannister, they'll go ahead and pitch. Bannister, 31. That's a range play single. And that is going to be a range play to the pitcher. Bannister's range is a 5. He won't get it. It'll be a single to get right past him. Dempsey will hold at second base. It's always a 1-base single. So Dempsey will go ahead. He'll hold there. And Shelby will get a single out of that. And now runners at first and second. Here comes Ford. Ford is 1 for 3. Still 1 out, but now the Orioles are threatening. Fans here at Comiskey Park hoping Bannister can keep it going down, keep it going. Ford now the batter. He had a triple in the game. He's 1 for 3. Bannister, he will pitch. 43, and that is an out. And it's going to be a fly out to center field. Nobody will move as Rudy Law will make the play, and that's out number 2. And now here's Ripken. Ripken having a rough night. He's 0 for 3. Dempsey on at second. Shelby on at first. Bannister trying to get out of the inning. He will be tired after Ripken. Then another hit would bring him to a C rating. Bannister trying to keep it at 2 runs so he could be an A pitcher his next time out. Bannister will pitch. 54. That's off the 54 chart. And that's men on base, wild pitcher, pass ball. Refer to pitcher's wild pitch rating. And if a 9, Bannister is a 1 to 14, and that is a wild pitch, and the runners will move up. So a bad throw by Bannister, a bad pitch by Bannister, now moves the runners up. First wild pitch given up by him. And now they'll do it again. So now runners at second and third with 2 outs. Ripken, he can hit the bomb easily. Bannister settles into Ripken. And now here's the pitch. And 36, and he will get out of it. It's a fly ball to center field. And coming under that is Rudy Law. He will make the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, a hit, and a walk. And the White Sox keep a 5-2 lead. What a job by Bannister in this ball game. Bottom of the 8th inning, Scott McGregor is done. Orioles are going to go to the bullpen. And Scott McGregor, unfortunately, giving up 5 runs, although they really weren't his fault, but he's going to stay a B pitcher for his next outing. So we will see a new pitcher for the Orioles, and it is going to be Sammy Stewart. 9 wins, 4 losses, 7 saves, a 142 whip. So Stewart will come in for an appearance, and he will be a pitcher. So Stewart will be an A pitcher for this ball game. And now we'll see if the White Sox will get some insurance. Here's Ron Kittles and Bix. He is 1 for 2. Singled, got hit by a pitch, and reached on an error. So Sammy Stewart will now pitch for the Orioles. Pitch underway. 66. Well, I really don't think I need to do much of that because that ball, well, he hit that one in Comiskey Park. It might have just landed in Wrigley Field. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Ron Kittle is second home run of the playoffs. Stadium cheers. Yay! Ron Kittle hits his second bomb of the postseason. No doubt about that. As Sammy Stewart comes in, and the first thing he does is serve Kittle up a meatball, and he turns that into lasagna. 6-2 White Sox. Here's Pachorik. Pachorik is 1 for 3. And it looks like the White Sox, at least right now, are taking a tie series back to Memorial Stadium. Pitch from Stewart. 46. That's off the ballpark. That's a 9. It'll be fouled away. Strike 1. Stewart will do it again. Stewart, 31. That's a range play single. That's hit to second. Range play for Rich Dower. His range is a 9. He's got it. Nice play by Dower. He'll turn that single into an out, and he'll throw to first and get it. 1 away. Here's Law. Law is 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a walk. Stewart, he'll go ahead and pitch. 15, that's an out to fly to center field. Shelby will get to it. Makes the catch for out number 2. And now the batter is Fletcher. Fletcher is 1 for 3, singled and reached on an error. Stewart, he'll go ahead and pitch. 65, Fletcher, let's see, 65, Stewart is a 0 home run. So Fletcher's a -5, so that's not going to be a homer. That's going to be a deep fly ball to left field. But Gary Renicky is going to have plenty of room on that, and he's going to make the catch. And the inning is done. 1 run on 1 hit, a solo bomb by Ron Kittle. He hits his second home run of the playoffs. It's 6-2 White Sox. But will we see some 9th inning magic? We go to the top of the 9th. Floyd Bannister only had 5 complete games in '83. He is tired. They're going to yank him. And the White Sox will go to the bullpen. And they're going to go ahead and bring out Salome Barojas. 3 wins, 3 losses, 12 saves. Barojas already has, I believe, an appearance. This is his second appearance, Barojas. Bannister leaves with the W. And Barojas is going to try to finish this game out. And he is going to be a B pitcher. So Salome Barojas will come on to pitch. And Eddie Murray leads off for the Orioles in the top of the 9th. Murray is 2 for 3, a single and a double. Orioles really did not do a lot of good hitting today, but the 4 errors the Orioles had really hurt today. Salome Barojas will pitch to Murray. And 64, and that's going to be a comebacker right back to Barojas. He'll take care of that and toss it over for out number 1. Here's Renicky. Renicky is 0 for 2 with a walk. Fans here at Comiskey Park are cheering. They know they got a good chance of getting a tie series. Barojas will pitch. 11, and that's an out. It's a fly ball to right field. Harold Baines will get to that. He makes the catch, 2 away. And now the last chance for the Orioles is Ken Singleton. Singleton 1 for 3 with a single. The fans here at Comiskey Park are loud. They are cheering. They got their cell phones all going and flashing everywhere. Barojas gets the sign from Pudge. Singleton awaits the ball. 51, possible strikeout. The 9 is a no. Now it's a possible error. And that's going to be an error possibility on the shortstop. That ball is hit to Fletcher. Fletcher didn't make that many errors. His error rating is a 7. And he doesn't make one there. Fletcher's got it. Picks it up. Pumps once. Pumps twice. Throws to first. That's your game. The White Sox tie this series up with a win over the Orioles tonight. 6-2. Stadium cheers. Yay! Three up and 3 down. As the White Sox get a big victory here at home. And now it's a tie series, and we're going at least 4 in this series between the Orioles and the White Sox. As they head to Memorial Stadium, tied at 1. Final line score coming up. For the White Sox, 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For the Orioles, 2 runs, 6 hits, and 4 errors. They had a rough game. The winning pitcher is Floyd Bannister. He'll go to 1-0, and with only giving up 2 runs, he's going to become an A pitcher for his next start. Scott McGregor will drop to 0-1. Even though those runs really don't count, he's going to still be a B pitcher. Barojas will pick up his first hold. So that's your victory here for the White Sox, as they win it 6-2 here at Comiskey Park. Now they're on their way to Baltimore for games 3 and 4. Tomorrow night, Game 2 of the National League Division Series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. Lefty Steve Carlton will be going for the Phillies. Craig McMurtry will be going for the Braves. It'll be inside pitch. The Phillies lead that series 1-0. Very important game for the Braves tomorrow night. Will the Phillies take a 2-0 series lead back to the vet? Or will the Braves do the same thing the White Sox did tonight? Phillies and Braves, NLDS Game 2, tomorrow night here on the network. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Chicago White Sox get the victory tonight. 6-2 over the Orioles. This American League Division Series is tied 1-1.